Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today I've got a brand new deck to share with you. And it's not just any deck. See that name right there? I'm not sharing our addresses or anything with you, but that name right there means this is a Deviant Moon Incorporated deck. Unfortunately, it's not the Deviant Moon Oracle, although we do have message from Patrick Valenza that it's going to come out in 2025, which here we are at the end of 2024 almost, so that deck is definitely going to be out soon, and I cannot wait. But this is one of his newest decks, the Oracle and everything, and we're going to open this box. We're going to see what all the cards are look like. You're going to be seeing them the same time as me because I haven't opened this box yet. See, it's all taped up and everything. Oh, I'm so excited. I love Deviant Moon. If you've been subscribed to me for a while, you know how much I love it. If you follow me on the socials, you definitely know it too. Now, scissors, trusty scissors will get us in this box, hopefully. I wish by this point I had this more figured out and everything, but alas, I don't. We can take that tracking number off apparently and put that aside and do a little bit more cutting off the camera. And we have the deck. Now it's right in here, and we've got the bubble wrap and everything, so it's nice and safe. And before we even get into this deck, let's set this aside for a minute, and I'll show you the reason why you purchase decks from DeviantMoonIncorporated.com and nowhere else, because you almost always get extras, and these extras, they're just fun to have, because you can start a collection of just stuff. You could maybe read with it for a while, if you just mix it together and everything. I have so many of these cards. I did a video of that a while back of all the different extras that creators and stuff will send you. So we've got the Marseille style right here, and I believe this is the Two of Wands. It might be the Two of Swords. We have that 2 up there, so we know it's definitely a 2. There's the back and everything of that. So really fun illustration right there. Not one of the most easiest or the easiest things to read with, but it's beautiful nonetheless, and it's very Marseille style. So this is an old vintage thing back in probably the 17 or 1800s. So awesome little thing edition that he sent. Plus this one right here, the Enigma, and you've got that one and the question mark and everything. So this is an extra card perhaps from the deck we're going to be unboxing. But look how awesomely detailed and beautiful that illustration is. You got the box and everything with their head, the key and everything. So there's so much you can learn from this. And then the card from the upcoming Deviant Moon Oracle that he promised to send with everything if you pre-order this deck, and it's Laments, and you've got the sad character right there playing the piano, and the 5 and 7 up there. So 5 and 7, the Hierophant with the High Priestess creating the Chariot. So you have this, following your own path, following your own faith, believing in yourself, and knowing you have that power to change your story for the better. That 2, trusting your intuition, having compassion and everything for yourself. And as he's sitting there playing it, he's letting those emotions out. He's beginning to trust himself more, and he's overcoming the obstacles that stand in his way. So I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait till this Deviant Moon Oracle comes out. There is no artist out there I love as much as Patrick Valenza, because it's kind of crazy, it's kind of weird, and it's absolutely fantastic. And that's just the extras that came with this deck. So, we're ready for it. I'm so excited to see what's in here. Let's do a little popping action first, because bubble wrap and I definitely love the bubble wrap. Anytime I have bubble wrap, it's the ultimate stress reliever. So a couple pops here and there. Maybe it'll pop some more as we get it open. Maybe I should we're definitely getting the scissors back out. Cutting open the scissors. I'm left-handed, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to use scissors, because I'm trying to do it right-handed because I don't want to work with the left-handed. I probably should purchase left-handed scissors or something, but we're making it. There, see? We got it open. Bubble wrap still in one sheet. Ooh, and it even comes with the guidebook. And you can tell right there. See the guidebook with that back on there? Gallery of Hallucinations. Yeah, I didn't even mention what the deck we were going to unbox in there, but we know now because we see it. But that back right there is very much the back right there. So this is an extra card that was in the deck. So we're going to see if it's in there too. And then you've got 2 copies of it, which is really cool. You could put it on a wall or something and just, enjoy looking at it. So you got the deck right here, and it is Felix Nacht's Gallery of Hallucinations Oracle, created by Deviant Moon Incorporated. There's the back, and it has the Sweet Dream on it right there, one of the cards on it. Like, seriously, there is nothing just as amazing to me as Deviant Moon Incorporated, Deviant Moon Universe. There is nothing out there like it. Now, this will absolutely become part of my Deviant Moon Surprise reading. I did that a while back as well. I'll put the link to that in the description below. So if you want to check out that video and see what all of the Deviant Moon cards in my collection had to share as I put them all together in a reading, that'll be available down there in that link below. And if you want to purchase that for yourself, it's absolutely available on my website too. Or you can comment on this video, message me on either of the socials, email me directly on Cosmic Crow Tarot with periods in the middle of those little dots. I'll have all that information down below as well, so that you can book a reading with all of these Deviant Moon decks if you like Deviant Moon as much as I do. So there is the box. We've got it open. We might have to use the scissors again to see if we need to open the plastic on the deck as well. I don't want to ruin the box here, but you know, first time you open it, it gets a little bit difficult. There we go. I got it open. There is the website right there, deviantmoon.com. So you can purchase anything you want, even any Deviant Moon deck you want. You know you're getting the real thing if you purchase it from deviantmoon.com. You know, you can't trust these like mass marketplaces. I'm not calling Amazon out for anything, because Amazon is awesome. Can get your stuff there in 2 days. Patrick Valenza is very good at getting your stuff there within the week as well. And you know it's real. It comes directly from the people that created it. And it's like the extras and stuff you get, you're not going to get that anywhere else. So definitely, and I'd say this particular deck and all of the oracles and stuff, you're not going to get those on like Walmart.com or Amazon.com. You have to purchase these from the website directly. And seriously, he makes it worth your while. It's incredible. I cannot get enough of Deviant Moon and Patrick Valenza's art. I need to stop talking about it, and we'll get right into the deck. Put that aside. There we have like the title card, Felix Nacht, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Gallery of Hallucinations Oracle, DeviantMoon.com, and Deviant Moon Incorporated presents. There's the front of it. Ooh, and there's his moon, but it's a little bit different. And it's just fun and creepy. It's giving me, I don't know, like 60s vibes in this illustration. You know, when the original Star Trek came out and everything, and you have that, I don't know, I can't make that sound, but I get those vibes from that. And here's Felix Nacht himself, the illustration of that, like the photograph of it. So this makes me think he was a real dude. So maybe he really did create this. And Patrick Valenza like picked it up and found it, thought it was amazing, and recreated it for us, brought it back to life so we can enjoy it. 1924, that's when this picture was taken supposedly. So that's 100 years ago at the making of this video. So it's like the 100-year anniversary of this man's crazy hallucinations. So moving right in, we have the one. We've got this illustration right here. You know, that would relate to the magician, is as the one of the deck. So we've got beginnings, action, things like that. And the illustration, or the words down here on the illustration, are departure. So, you know, you're beginning a new life. You're starting over. You're taking a new chance. You're departing of what you knew. You know, you've let that fool go. There is no zero in this deck. It's not a tarot deck. It's an oracle deck. So she's waiting. She's ready to go, and she's letting whatever held her back, she's letting it go so she can like move forward and begin something new. So you've got that illustration. Now you can tell here like they're landscape more than, what's the other word? Landscape, and then vertical up and down portrait. That's the other one, portrait. So these are very much landscape. They're different than like regular tarot cards. I've got little pieces of plastic everywhere I'm trying to keep set. Okay, there's that. And then we can see the backs really fast. And it's that same one we saw there in the box. You know, that cool like abstract little Picasso, or it might not be Picasso. One of the past artists that looks very much like that. So I'm going to set him aside. I'm going to set him down so we can keep these in order for now. Pursuit is next. And look, she's taken it. She's taken her idea. She's moving. And now she's moving forward. She's in the pursuit. She's following her dreams. What a beautiful illustration. The artwork and everything in this. You know, it's got that Deviant Moon vibe, but it's got that beauty too. It's just awesome. Joyride. Joyride is 3. Creativity and creation itself. Got that creepy little demon behind her. City and chaos and everything like that. And you're like, you're along for the ride. You're creating from that chaos. So really interesting illustration there. The calling is next. The calling, number 4, will correspond with the Emperor of the Major Arcana. And see, they're calling on your power, going into that ocean of emotion and finding that truth within you to go after your dreams and believing the power is within you, seeing yourself as that strong foundation. She looks like she's like looking at you saying, are you ready for this? I don't know if you are. I don't know if you believe in yourself enough. So the sunset and everything, this is beautiful. Secrets. Secrets is 5, so it's change and transformation card of the deck. And you see there, like, you're learning those truths. You're finding that path, like that power to change your life for the better. This one's sharing her secrets with this one, so you have that inspiration of the powers that be around you and all that good stuff, and showing the power that you have to change your life for the better when you take control. 6 is dismay. 6 would correspond with the lovers of the major arcana of the tarot. So that one's kind of interesting there, It's also the number of self-reflection. So you have that she's reflecting on her past. She's learning from it. So then she can keep going. Yes, she might be sad right now, but then the future is hers to create. She's able to move forward when she finds that love for herself and learns the lessons that the past have to teach her. Next up, we have 7, which is the chariots of the major arcana, overcoming obstacles until we find our way to success. You have that illustration right there. The obstacle here could definitely be bringing that other person back to life. A lot of us probably wish we could do that because we've lost people important to us. But the obstacle would be, we have to keep moving forward. We have to keep living even if the other people aren't. And that illustration, again, it's just beautiful. There's power, there's magic, there's lightning, reminding you that you have the power to overcome those obstacles that stand in your way. 8 is the number of strength or justice, depending on the deck we're working with when it comes to the tarot. And this is the finding success. It's success and wealth. You overcame the obstacles. And now Moon Girl is 8. You're taking the power of the moon. You're finding that strength in your emotions. You're being fair to who you are. And you're finding that success and wealth because of it. This gives me star vibes, like the star of the major arcana, where she's like dancing to the beat of her own music. She has the power. That power of the moon is with her. So that is an awesome illustration as well. And next we have the 9 of the Oracle, which would correspond with the Hermit of the Major Arcana and contains all of the energy of every number that has come before it. And there's the Keeper, and what a beauty, like the cat and everything and the artwork. It's like Scream almost. I think that's what the painting's called, where the guy's like losing his mouth and everything and like, oh no, the Scream. I do think that's what it's called. So that's what it kind of reminds me there in the background and everything in the boat. And it kind of reminds you, the keeper. You're the keeper of the knowledge. You're the keeper of all the information that you have. And that can help you. That can help you move forward. That can help you create. And the cat reminds us the cats can see things that we can't. Cats can make our lives better. Yes. If you watch my videos and stuff, you've probably seen my cat. She's a little bit crazy, but she definitely keeps me on my toes. But this illustration right here, I love it. I love the artwork. I love the colors and everything of it. And it kind of reminds you with that keeper right there. That keeper tells you you have the information you need. You keep that with you no matter where you go. So that is awesome as well. 10, the Wheel of Fortune of the Major Arcana, or the Plea in this awesome Oracle deck of the Oracle of Hallucinations, or Hallucinations Oracle. And you see it. It's just awesome. The burning and everything, the character here, I've let all this go. I've learned from it. My passion is telling me to move forward, to take my ideas and go do something new. I pleaded the powers that be to let me go, to let me move forward. I believe luck and good fortune is on my side with that 10, containing all the energy you got from that 9 and that 1 through 8 that you had before that. You know what you want to do. You're leaving this behind. You're going to walk through that door and begin the next chapter of your story. So beautiful again, red and everything, passion, excitement, enthusiasm, even anger. You can even have that anger there. And once you turn that anger around to something else, you can move forward and let that passion fuel your inner fire to move you forward and create something new. 11 would be justice or strength, depending on which deck we're talking about in the Major Arcana, which the Watchtower is what we're talking about here in this illustration. It's like they're coming up from the ocean of emotion. Everybody sees you, you're being fair to who you are, and you're ready to share that light. 1, that is the Magician times 2. That's taking action on your ideas, because you've taken action on your ideas before. So even if all eyes are on you, you have overcome those emotions. You're coming up for air and you're ready to go after your dreams. Again, the colors of this deck are absolutely beautiful. They're so bright and vivid, yet dark and creepy at the same time. 12 would be the Hangman of the Major Arcana, or Bygone. as this illustration is called. And there she's like dispelling her demons. She's letting the past go. See how it's moving towards this direction? So when we think about it, you know, this is the past. This is the future, and we are here, right here in the middle. So she's still in the present, and she's letting go of those demons that want to hold her back. She's taking that time to have patience with herself. She's learning, and she's letting those go so she can begin trusting her intuition and creating something better. Again, beautiful. They definitely all have a theme here, don't they? There's no purples or blues or anything really here. They're all like sun colors, warm colors. So that's a really unique, like, perfect oracle deck. Get the backs. The back is that contrast with that blue and black and everything. I mean, the black's here too, but black contains all the colors, doesn't it? 13, witchcraft, relates to death of the major arcana and the fire and everything about it. It's just, again, beautiful. The artwork, I can't get enough of this artwork. But again, it's Patrick Valencia's mind. Deviant Moon incorporated the universe of Deviant Moon, and there's nothing as great as it, in my personal opinion, of course. But you got 13 there, which corresponds to death of the major arcana. 1 and 3, begin creating that life you want. Embrace that witch within and go after your dreams and see yourself as that strong foundation. 14 would be temperance of the major arcana, the staircase, walking up that staircase, taking that knowledge that you've learned, going up and starting anew. And you like see the ocean, it's kind of wavy, it's kind of choppy, but you're learning from that. You're getting out of that choppy emotions and just moving forward. So beautiful illustration there as well. 15 would be the devil in the major arcana of the tarot, which here it's called convergence. You know, this is, again, I keep using the tarot because I am Cosmic Tarot, and tarot will always be my first love. I love oracle decks though because they can add more. They're like free reign. A lot of them don't even come. I've got a lot of Deviant Moon decks that didn't even, or oracle decks that didn't come with guidebooks or anything. There's PDFs that have information as that on them, but I never use them because there's more information when you just take the time to look at the illustrations. And that's the beautiful thing about oracle decks. It's free reign. You can think about it however you want. Guidebooks, like we'll show the guidebook here when we're done with the deck. You know, it did actually come with a guidebook right there. They do give you extra information that I feel is always important to share as well. But that's the thing about tarot and oracle both. It's the point is to look at the illustration and see what it means to you. 15, look at all these doors. We think of the devil, the major arcana, feeling trapped in our lives, and with all these doors and her running from this from the tunnel that comes. It's like all these doors show all these opportunities, and it can become overwhelming. It becomes an obstacle that you might not want to face, but you have to face it. You have to go through the doors. You have to see the opportunities that are there so that you can move forward. So again, beautiful illustration. Night Drifter is next. That would be the Tower, 16 of the major arcana. So, you know, learning from the night dreams, learning from your own dreams. It's kind of moon energy, more of tower energy, I feel like, because he's like being sucked out, or she's being sucked out by the moon right there, and taking that time to like learn from your dreams and everything. Drift through the night with like confidence and rest and relaxation and all that. So again, beautiful illustration. 17 would be the Star of the major arcana, which follows the Tower in the major arcana sequence. And there is salvation. So once that tower has fallen, once you drifted and you trusted those dreams that you had in the night, you feel confident in yourself. You find that star power, and you face those inner demons and find that confidence. 1 and 7, the Magician with the Chariot, you know, finding that success and wealth because you found salvation in the powers that be and in yourself. So beautiful illustration right there as well. I love the fact that it's like the little girl is telling this demon or this monster and thing, you know, it's okay. I found you, I faced you, and now I trust you. So that's beautiful illustration right there. Morning is the next card, which will correspond with the Moon of the major arcana. Morning is one of my favorite songs, spelled like this. It's by a band called Tantric, and it's just such a beautiful song, but that's beside the point. 18 right there, you know, that reduces to 9, the number of the Hermit. Taking that time to mourn what's lost, you learn the lessons that loss has to teach you. So that's awesome, dark, creepy, beautiful illustration. Awesome. We move to 19. 19 will correspond with the Sun, and this one's called the Eye. And look at all these different illustrations and stuff, like these different symbols and everything. I know that little skull right there is on the back of one of the decks. I don't remember which deck it is off the top of my head, but still beautiful illustration. There's the eye, you know, in the center of your palm. Learn palm reading. You have more of an eye for what you want to learn and everything. 1 and 9, that's the magician with the hermit, so that you can trust your intuition. Begin trusting your intuition. Begin learning from all those experiences so that you can change your life for the better. You can take control and you can trust your intuition as you go. So again, awesomely beautiful illustration. 20 would correspond to judgment, which is the flood. Ooh, look how awesome this illustration, the water and everything. I know it's a painting, I know it's an illustration, but it almost looks real. The detail and everything in this illustration, you see all this chaos and everything, but there's still hope. There's still opportunity. The sun will shine again. You just have to keep going. You have to forgive that past and learn from it. So that's that illustration. Then the survivor, because the survivor has survived the flood. This would correspond with the world of the major arcana. Then I've got to stop doing this comparing to the tarot, don't I? Because 21 is the completion of the major arcana before we begin again with the full. So there's 21, the survivor. You know, you survived all of this. You survived the experiences of the past. You've learned from that past. You're able to move forward because you've learned from that. 2 and 1 tells you, you know, you trust your intuition so you can begin creating something better. A 22, I guess that would correspond High Priestess. High Priestess creates the Emperor, but here we have the conundrum, and with all those fish on his hands, he definitely has found himself in a conundrum, you know, where she is a survivor, and she's found salvation and everything, come up for air. He seems to have been eaten by fish, or his hands have become fish, so he's definitely in a conundrum. So that's a really cool illustration. 23 is connection, and you know, the spirits that be, those voices that come, like the powers that be, kind of tell us synchronicity and the messages and everything they share with us. Make that 2 and 3. The High Priestess with the Empress, you know, creating something because you follow the path that feels right to you. You follow that inner fire, and you trust yourself and trust that the powers that be have your back along the way to change your life for the better. So that's a beautiful illustration right there. But speaking of beautiful, we haven't gotten to this one's definitely up there for the contender, the most beautiful card in this deck. 24 right there, the High Priestess with the, and never mind, won't go back to that because I think I cut this one the Magician, but it wasn't. But the 4 right there, the High Priestess with the Emperor, combining for love, transformation. You've regenerated, you've learned from those experiences. Just look how absolutely gorgeous this illustration is. The illumination of that butterfly. I love it, love it, love it. 25 is right here with the harvest. All these faces and stuff, all this beauty and everything. He's taking it for himself. So that one gives you a lot of ideas right there under the thing of the moon. You know, all these, look at the different illustrations. There's a lot going on here. They don't all have the same expression on their face. This one looks angry. This one just looks like, meh, I'm bored. This one looks sad, like she's reminiscing about the past. And, you know, she's still hurt by it. This one's kind of looking more happy than the rest of them. This one's kind of looking back and, you know, looking back at that stuff and still being sad about it. But 25, you know, High Priestess, Hierophant, taking those lessons, trusting your intuition to change your life, and then overcoming the obstacles that stand in your way in the process. And if someone is harvesting your mind and your sadness, then definitely an obstacle. 26 would be next, and the obelisk or the obelisk is right there in that illustration. 26, High Priestess with the lovers, gives you that strength. You know, you bear your soul, you're letting go, you're moving forward. So that's a beautiful illustration as well. Accusations is next. Look how fun that demon is right there. That illustration of her, she's like, oh no you didn't. That's the kind of illustration or the kind of message I got from that card as I looked at it. 27, High Priestess with the Chariot, giving you that hermit illustration. You know, other people accuse you of stuff. You kind of, like the emotions, when you get your emotions out of it and you don't let other people stand in your way and you learn the lessons yourself, you know, it doesn't matter what other people accuse you of. So beautiful illustration right there. 28 is Stage Fright. Gives me 2 of Pentacles from the Deviant Moon Tarot vibes. This character right here does the belly dancer in that illustration. It's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check that out. But that illustration right there is Stage Fright, you know, not wanting to face those things that you had to leave behind, not wanting to face that demon within. So beautiful illustration there. 29 is the reading. So this is like the tarot reader right there, the creepy tarot reader. Oh, and this one speaks to me on like a whole different level. See, here's the thing. I don't know if this is true. I've never actually like seen them, but I've had multiple people tell me that when I read for others, they see a ghost sitting behind me as if they're speaking through me. So that's what this tells me. That's what gives me the idea. Is like that's me. That's me doing the reading and everything, and it's got like 20s vibes the way she's dressed and everything. Oh, I love it. It's so gorgeous. Okay, 30 is shelter. We have that illustration right there, helping others as we create. And look, it looks like she's pregnant, so she's definitely creating something. Next up, we have 31, the lobby. Oh, that would be really bad, wouldn't it, if the elevator opened and you were naked inside of it. But, like, it kind of gives me vibes of other people, like, looking at you and seeing your potential and your power right there. You're, like, being front and center in the lobby of something, for lack of a better word, because that's the name on the card, obviously. But that's a beautiful illustration as well. Then we have the affair. The affair is a creepy looking illustration, isn't it? So that is really awesome as well. 3 and 2, the Empress with the High Priestess, the power to change your life for the better. If you like not happy and you want to start an affair, this one will like call you out on it, perhaps. 33 would be Empress. So you can create the lovers, create, and reflection is right there. That is the illustration on the front of the deck too, and you don't see the head. So that's really speaking of something too. You get your head out of it. You get your emotions out of it. You reflect. And what did I say 6 was? 3, 3, 6 is self-reflection. So taking that time to reflect, getting out of that ocean of emotion and learning what those emotions have to teach you. 34 is the sweet dream. Now this was the one that was on the back of the box, wasn't it? So 3 and 34 are the front and the back of the box, if I remember correctly. Got that illustration right there. Beautiful again. 35 is right here, and it's awake. Awake is right here, and she's awake, and she's seeing all these things perhaps, and her mother maybe is all sad and everything that she's awoken to these powers. Beautiful illustration again. The artwork in this is just incredible. This dude, Felix, or was it? Oh, I gotta find it again. I put him back down and I don't know where he went. There he is. Felix Nacht. The illustration like of him and everything. This was like his ideas and his dreams. And I didn't even show you the back there. Like look at all the different paintings on the wall and stuff. So maybe this was really his office where he painted all of these things. Oh, to be able to paint the ideas in your head, to be able to paint the things that you appear in your mind and actually make them look good. I've always tried to do that, and it's just, I do not have the power to create beautiful art, but trust me, if I could, I'd have some creepy little pictures around, or paintings around. 36 right there is delirium, and you've got that illustration. It's a little bit more dark and creepy. It doesn't have the color and stuff to it. It's very sepia toned, but it's beautiful nonetheless, and it's kind of like the delirium. You're a little bit delirious. You don't know exactly what you want to do yet. 3 and 6, Empress with the lovers, so you have to create from those experiences, but you have to learn from them first. So beautiful illustration again. 37 is enticement. Enticement is right here. Ooh, he's enticing the character down here with a black widow and a snake, so that's downright creepy. This one gives me vibes of the Hieronymus Bosch tarot that was created a few years back with the Garden of Earthly Desires or something like that. Gardens of Earthly Delight. I think that's what the name of the painting is. And that's what this reminds me of. But I love the colors and everything. Passion, logic, and everything working together to entice you. 38 is Ghost Lore, which gives me like vibes of like learning. Learning all that you can, the passion and everything. The fire is coming from the book. Again, vibes from a different Deviant Moon deck. The Triumphi della Luna with the High Priestess in those decks. That's like she's standing on the books and the books are on fire, reminding you that knowledge can be passion to fuel you forward. So that is a beautiful illustration. Onslaught is 39. Craziness right here with little winged demons like attacking her and everything. That one's fun and very awesome looking. Snow Blossom is right there. In the darkness and the creepiness of winter, there's still fire to be found. There's still fuel for your ideas if you're passionate about them. So that's a beautiful illustration right there. 40 would be the Emperor with the Fool, showing, you know, once you see yourself as that strong foundation, even in the dead of winter, you can be a fool for something that you're passionate about. So that is a beautiful illustration. The Uninvited. The Uninvited is next. There's 4 and 1. Beautiful illustration again, like all these things that you don't want in there. You know, you're the Emperor. You're that strong foundation. You're beginning something, and other people want a piece of that pie. That is the vibe that I'm getting from that one. 42 is the Mingling. The Mingling. Ooh, look how cool this illustration is. I'm getting Beetlejuice vibes from this with this character right here. I don't know why, but maybe it's the couch and stuff. But that's the original Beetlejuice. You know, Beetlejuice is sitting on that couch, or the Maitlands are sitting on that couch, and you know they're seeing all those people, like how they died and everything like that as they wait in the lobby. It's kind of there in the Beetlejuice too, but just gives me that kind of vibe. But the Mingling there, all hanging out and everything, like learning from these different experiences and these different people. 42, you know, lovers. 4 and 2 combined to make that. The Emperor and the High Priestess combined to make the lovers, showing that, you know, when we love ourselves, we can begin understanding and respecting and appreciating others as well. So that's a beautiful illustration. 43 is Skyroot, the Emperor with the Empress to overcome the obstacles. You know, you're confident in yourself. You've got that big head of yours and you're ready to begin whatever you want to begin. So that's beautiful. Oh, and overcoming the obstacles that stand in your way as you begin it. So all the roads and all the journeys and everything, it's up to you what you want to do next. Up next, we have Submerged, and that's 44 of this Oracle deck. Diving deep into that ocean of emotion, all those things that can you face when you do it, all those fish that want to attack you, all those emotions that want to bring you down. You learn from them so you can rise up again, because you are that strong foundation. And when you learn from those experiences, you can find that strength within to keep going and rise above that ocean of emotion. 45 is the Stranger. The Stranger and Doctor Who. That's the one that has like the little phone booth thing right here, isn't it? But that's creepy and beautiful and everything. Like, you're learning from that. You're not scared of it. You're facing it. 4 and 5, the Emperor with the Hierophant to create the Hermit, because you're taking that time, you're facing that inner demon, that stranger within that you got to get to know. So that's a beautiful and very informative illustration as well. Insightful illustration. The Scheme is next, and look how pretty she is, even though she looks conniving and devious. So that is an awesome illustration right there. The Labyrinth is next, and I do not want to ever get in a labyrinth. I do not want to get in a maze. My claustrophobia would kick up so badly because I couldn't get out and I wouldn't be able to find my way out. And I think I just end up having a panic attack. And that's definitely how I'd feel here. But she's smart. She's absolutely smart. She's not down inside of the labyrinth. She's on top of it. 4 and 7, that is the Emperor with the Chariot. 4 and 7 would be, 11? So justice or strength, depending on who we ask. She's being fair to herself. She's staying on top of it. So she's not going to feel like she's going to just be stuck in there like I just said I would be. But she's got to take a running jump so she can get to this side, or she's going to fall down into it. So that's an awesome illustration as well. 48, 10 of Swords, anyone? This definitely reminds me of that Backfire, like all those things wanting to bring you down, the vultures in the world just trying to pull you under and everything. The Emperor with strength, you know, see yourself as that strong foundation. You're going to be able to find the strength to keep going. All those might be stabbing in the back, but remember, that's the past. That's behind you. If you turn away, you got 5 of Cups energy here too. When you're able to look away from that pain, you can see that the future is there. All those backfiring things that happened in the past can give you the strength and the knowledge you need to not let it happen again. So that is an awesome illustration right there. And then we have Hysterics. Hysterics is fun, isn't it? That gives me like 3 of Cups vibes from the Deviant Moon Tarot. But you got the crazy little people right there, you know, laugh, have fun. Life is crazy, life is dangerous at times, but we got to laugh and we got to smile along the way, or it's just not going to be enjoyable. So that's a beautiful illustration right there. 50 is the next card in the illustration, and it's Remembrance. There, she's remembering. She's looking towards that past. She's learning what those things have to teach her, because she has the potential for happiness and joy moving forward when she remembers the things from the past and learns the lessons that the past has to teach her. 51 is Ephemera. I probably didn't pronounce that correctly. Oh well. Beautiful illustration right here. It gives me chariot vibes because it's obviously in a chariot. And there it says, Roth can't funeral service, I believe, and you've got that little Deviant Moon character right there, like that's on some of the different illustrations and stuff, like the graves in the back of the decks and stuff. And you got the skeleton driving it. Even got down here like 1013. There's 1013. So you have the Wheel of Fortune with death. You know, you spin the wheel and sometimes you have to let things go so that you can begin again. 5 and 1. Change your life for the better. Begin whenever you want to begin. 6. Reflect on that past and learn from the experiences so you can move forward. And we move forward again with the last card in this awesome oracle deck, 52, the Portal. 5 and 2, you know, that's the Hierophant with the High Priestess, changing your life for the better by trusting your intuition so you can overcome the obstacles that stand in your way. The Portal shows all the opportunity that awaits you after you learn from this deck, learn from yourself, and you reflected on the past. You're able to go wherever you want. You're able to do whatever you want. So that is the deck itself. We'll turn it right back over. Excuse me. And there is Departure, where we began with in the first place. You know, you departed, you went on this journey, and now the portal is yours to take and do whatever you want. And now we're gonna look at the guidebook. The guidebook is right here, and you can see their gallery of hallucinations. I haven't opened this. We're gonna see all the illustrations are in black and white. That's really cool. Ooh, and look, like they're sketched out, like he sketched the stuff out. So I'm just gonna open to a random page. And it's apparently the Odalisque, and it's written, says 1933, so this is when he created this. There, look, there's 1930, so he created this like year after year after year, so that's really cool. And I'm going to read you what it says right here. And as I do, let's find it in the box, okay? This is 26, so let's find it in here. Almost there. I don't want to take them out of order yet. Obviously, they will get out of order because you can't keep them in order because then you can't really trust that, you know, it's giving you the right answers because you know where they'd be. Okay, so there is the Odalisque illustration. And we'll see what it shares. I just finished a new painting. Thanks to Ella. She described a puzzling dream to me in striking detail, one she couldn't fully make sense of. In it, she found herself alone and awake, quietly watching over the deflated, lifeless figure of a woman reclining on a couch. Her pale skin stretched thin, as though her soul had been drained away. Strange paintings hung on the walls, the largest depicting what seemed like the same woman rising through clouds, only to be greeted by death. Outside the window, a distant cry loomed under an ominous sky. Ella insisted that the dream felt real, more vivid than any nightmare, more like a memory from another life. The scene she described haunted me too, and I felt compelled to paint it, to capture the eerie atmosphere and try to decipher whatever unconscious meaning her dream holds. So there's Topsy, and this is Turvy. So I assume this is like upright and reversed. Topsy says, unprocessed grief, a lost loved one, personal loss, longing for closure, guilt, unresolved trauma, a lost version of oneself, emotional numbness, repressed emotions, emotional withdrawal or depression, subconscious fears, detachment from reality, isolation, feeling insignificant, mental exhaustion, physical fatigue, the effects of time, a premonition, a subconscious warning to past issues before it's too late, the soul's departure, transition, the unavoidable nature of death, acceptance of mortality, memory from a past life, and resurrection. So upright, this card is just downright negative, isn't it? Turvy would be the reverse version of it. Maybe it's happier. We'll see. Closure, guiltlessness. We're doing good so far. Reassurance, companionship, celebrating the memory of a loved one, emotional contentment. Embracing the present, confronting deep fears, conscious fears, clarity, feeling connected to reality, hope for transformation, rebirth, revival, a star journey, eternal life. So, you know, you flip it over. When you flip it over, she's not laying in the bed anymore. She's up, she's open, she's starting again. She's appreciating the ones that have come before that might not be there anymore, and she's going to move forward. So, in this particular case, this is definitely more positive when it's upright, but we have to face that darkness, face that pain in our past so that we can move forward. And so this Oracle deck definitely can help us do that. I'll leave a link in the description below for the Deviant Moon website if this is still available. I'm sure they have a couple extra copies, but I don't know 100% about that. As I said, this very much becomes part of my Deviant Moon Surprise reading. I put the link for that video in the description below so you can check that out out as well. This obviously isn't in it because I just unboxed it and I made that video a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but a while ago. But there's like at least 10 different cards or 10 different decks in that video in that reading, so you can check that out. And if you want me to do a reading like that for you with this deck included, so then you have more than you had in that video, let me know. Send me a message on either of the socials, message me or book one directly on my website. That is one of the videos. I believe that that reading is available on my website, just like right there to click on and purchase. Video is what I'll have on here. Written out is available as well. You'll get the guidebooks when they are available too, plus whatever I feel like sharing that comes through, like I kind of did in this video. As always, I really want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're a Deviant Moon fan and Patrick Valenza's art fan, then you definitely would, I feel like would enjoy this deck. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. And if you're like me, let's keep just being patient for that Deviant Moon Oracle. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.